Just take a moment to get yourself comfortable and begin to relax. And as you do, you might notice that your mind can sometimes move like a gentle breeze through the pages of an open book. You can notice how your mind settles on these words. And there's a sensation, perhaps subtle, of a gentle curiosity growing within, just like the light streaming softly through a library window. And as you're sitting or lying there safely, listening to my words, there's nothing to do except allow yourself to sink into comfort, while the outside world can simply wait just for a few moments. And maybe as you listen to the flow of my words, there's some part of you that can notice the gentle unfolding of your focus, as if you found a book so inviting that the rest of the world fades into the periphery. The pages of that book seem to thicken in your hands, the texture becoming more pronounced, the faint scent of paper and ink rising up. It's almost as if, with every slow, deep breath, you can let the noise of the outside world just recede, letting the room around you become a blur, while the vivid stories within your mind can take center stage within. And just imagine, as you rest here, that you're walking through an ancient library where each book seems to hum quietly, just for you. The shelves are lined with wisdom, and as you touch a spine of a book, there's a gentle warmth, a silent invitation to explore deeper. And you may not know which book you'll pick next, and there's a kind of freedom in that. And you know, when we begin to remember, it begins not with force, but with a gentle nod, the softest inclination. And who hasn't noticed that sometimes the meaning of what you read lingers long after the words are gone? And it's interesting, isn't it? How when you allow your curiosity to guide you, your mind selects what matters. And just like that gardener noticing new green shoots, you can discover memories bloom within your mind long after the moment has passed. And maybe you've struggled to recall every detail. And once you realize that remembering isn't chasing but inviting those memories to return, you'll find you'll be able to access your learning easier and quicker than before. And when you read, you can savor each word, pausing to wonder, letting the pages rest sometimes, surrendering the need to grip tightly. And you'll find that your mind grows more spacious. The ideas will find their way back just when you need them. And when you chunk up from lists and logic to the broader pattern, you see the knowledge is not just content, but the connections between them. And you can even think of remembering as a pattern of returning to the book, returning to the knowledge, returning to the patterns within. There's intention behind every reading, whether it's to pass an exam, to learn something new, or just enjoy discovering the power of your own mind. And when you focus down on the details, you might notice that sometimes the texture, a phrase or a feeling attaches itself and becomes easier to pick up later. And sometimes remembering isn't about repetition. Sometimes it's just trusting that what's meaningful will surface again when it's needed. Just like the line of a favorite poem coming back in an unexpected moment. And with each breath here, you can invite your mind to relax into learning, letting information just nestle in, knowing that with calm and interest, recall becomes easier, more natural. There's no need to grasp or to strain. You can just let it flow, just as you allow the end of the story to simply unfold. And now you can begin to notice your gentle return to the here and now, as if you're closing a book, but knowing you can return to it anytime you wish. You can become aware of the surface beneath you, the temperature of the air and the quiet sounds around you. Taking in a richer, deeper breath, letting your feet and hands come back with you to the present moment. And when you're ready, allow your attention to float up to the surface, bringing with it an easy sense of alertness. Your surroundings return softly into focus, a fresh clarity, brightening the edges of your awareness. Curious to notice how much you can carry forwards into your day. And in the days ahead, you'll remember what you read with growing clarity, sometimes naturally and often unexpectedly. Let a sense of relaxation and interest guide your recall, so the words and ideas come to mind in just the moments you need them to. Thank you for joining me in this session today. You've explored your mind's capacity for learning. I hope you'll notice new ways of recall unfolding over time. And if you found this journey useful, you can return to it whenever you wish. And until next time, goodbye and good mental health.